Star Trek First Contact is the 3,967th worst film ever made. By no stretch of the imagination is it anywhere near as bad as Generations, which ranks in at number 1, with Baby Geniuses in a close second. Now you ask yourself how? I mean, it can't be that bad. It's got action, it's got the Borg, it's got explosions, and they even walk around on the outside of the ship, and Worf cuts a Borg's arm off with a sword. And what's also awesome is that it doesn't have a cartoon chipmunk or a little kid. But I'll tell you why I hate it. It's because it's a dumbed down, dumb action movie, and it lacks a really good, complicated story, like a lot of the TNG episodes had. Heck, I would have taken any two-parter TNG episode over this piece of shit. But basically what I'm trying to say is that it's like a less than stellar Borg movie. I mean, you can't ever outdo the best of both worlds. Now that would have made for an epic fucking movie. You see, the thing is, they couldn't have done the same kind of story in the best of both worlds because everyone would have just compared it to that. Like the Borg invading the Federation kind of thing. But that's the exciting stuff. So instead they had to do this like weird time travel plot, but they still wanted to have a scene where the Borg invade Earth, so they put that in the beginning, even though it made no sense. I'll explain later. Oh wait, I'll explain now. Number 1, the entire plot doesn't make any sense. Time travel plots are hard to do. I wish I could travel back in time and plot my wife's death differently. Maybe in a way that didn't destroy my Cadillac. But this movie ain't no exception. I would think that if the Borg had some kind of magical device that could open a time travel portal, that would be like the most devastating thing ever. But I guess the Borg ain't too smart, because they really blew their one chance with that awesome advantage. So the big plot hole here is, why did the Borg have to fight their way to Earth in order to open the time portal there? Why didn't they just go in some remote part of the galaxy, open the time portal there, and then go to Earth in the past, when there wasn't a gigantic fleet of starships waiting to fire phasers at them? Then they could have just went right up to Earth completely unopposed. I don't think the International Space Station would have been up for the challenge. In fact, if the ultimate goal was just to turn Earth into Borgs, like a new method of assimilation...
Attack the Earth in the past to assimilate the future. That's what they came here to do. Stop First Contact. Attack the Earth in the past to assimilate the future. That's what they came here to do. Stop First Contact.
Why didn't they just go back to like 1950 or something? Why did they want to blow up the Phoenix ship? I mean, it's not like they were just trying to prevent Starfleet from forming. They were doing this new method of assimilation, right? So what was their goal? Was the whole time travel plot really just so that the Queen could get Data as her mate? Or was she just bored and thought that up in the meantime? Was she looking for a mate from the beginning? Or did she just see the opportunity while they were working on the whole assimilate Earth's past thing? Is she a multitasker? I know she's a multi-dimensional tasker.
You think in such three-dimensional terms.
I don't understand. Number 2. Why is Picard uninvited to the Borg battle? Suddenly, years after dealing with the Borg on multiple occasions without any notable incidents that might question Picard's judgment, he's inexplicably banned from joining the other ships firing phasers at the Borg cube.
Let's just say that Starfleet has every confidence in the Enterprise and her crew. They're just not sure about her captain. They believe that a man who was once captured and assimilated by the Borg should not be put in a situation where he would face them again.
You'll take command of Task Force 3, consisting of the Enterprise, the Crazy Horse, and the Agamemnon.
Understood.
Even that bitch, Admiral Nechayev, well, she trusted Picard enough to lead a task force that was fighting the Borg that were attacking colonies.
To do so would introduce an unstable element to a critical situation.
However, this unstable element, well, he knew exactly where to shoot phasers at to blow the Borg ship up.
Target all of your weapons onto the following coordinates.
Maybe he should have told them that before the battle started. He could have saved like tens of thousands of lives. Okay, everybody, Everybody all fire in the same spot. That's the trick. Don't shoot it all over the place, but fire in the same spot. Number 3. Deep Space Nine sends the B team to defend Earth. So the Defiant was actually designed to fight off Borg attacks. That was its primary function.
It was designed for one purpose only, to fight and defeat the Borg. The Defiant was the prototype, the first ship in what would have been a new Federation battle fleet.
So when the moment finally comes to fight off a fucking Borg invasion, the Defiant shows up with nothing less than the B team. It's just Worf in command, with a handful of rookies. And that guy. Who is that guy? No Sisko, no Bashir, no Kira, no Dax, no Odo, not even Miles O'Brien. I guess they all had better things to do. Like play darts, play baseball, sit around in bathing suits, hang themselves from balconies. Number 4. The Defiant gets special preference. So the Enterprise arrives at the battle, and with hundreds of ships exploding all around them, for some reason they single out the Defiant.
The Defiant's losing life support. Bridge to Transporter Room 3. Beam the Defiant survivors aboard.
Now, how'd they even do that without lowering their shields? When you're neck and neck with a Borg cube, you don't turn your shields off. Would Picard really risk the safety of the entire Enterprise crew to beam up Worf? Number 5. Sloppy writing and vague assumptions. So Picard is now able to hear the Borgs talking inside his brain.
I can hear them.
So he has an instinct where to tell the fleet to fire all their weapons at.
Target all of your weapons onto the following coordinates.
So they all do this and the ship blows up. Then Worf comes up to the bridge to say hi. Oh, everyone's happy to see him. Riker even has time for a quick joke.
You do remember how to fire phasers.
Then Worf asks about his ship.
The Defiant. Adrift but salvageable.
How does Picard magically know the status of the Defiant? I didn't see him look at a control panel, or even ask anybody. In fact, the Defiant was actually right next to the Borg cube when it exploded. So how does Picard know it's adrift and even salvageable? Was he just saying that so Worf felt better? And why would Worf even care about a ship? Moments earlier, he was prepared to fucking ram the thing into the Borg cube, killing himself and everyone else aboard.
Prepare for ramming speed!
But now all of a sudden he's like,
The Defiant.
you mean the ship you were just planning to ram into the Borg cube and blow up? Yeah, it's fine, it's salvageable. Number 6. Picard tells the computer to make them close. Before getting into the turbolift, Picard barks out an order at the computer which lacks many pieces of important information.
Computer, mid-21st century civilian clothing. Number 1, you have the bridge.
If I were the computer, I'd be like, what? Clothes? Who? Who said that? Where do you want it at? I can replicate y'all some clothes, but where are you gonna pick it up at? What size are you? For how many people? Well, do you need shoes, too? Who said that? Number 7. Violating the Temporal Prime Directive. So if you're trying to preserve a timeline, even taking the effort to wear period clothing, then why would you bring along Data on the initial survey? Data's an albino man made of plastic that sticks out like a sore thumb. And then why would he jump down 100 feet in front of some black woman with a machine gun and allow himself to get shot right in front of her?
Greetings.
If she had a phaser, he wouldn't have done that. He would have done the whole duck and cover thing, because the phaser would have knocked him on his ass, right?
Are you all right?
The arrow impacted just above my 6th intercostal support, penetrating my secondary subprocessor. Fortunately, none of my biofunctions seem affected.
I guess a machine gun has no effect on a cybernetic life form then. Oh wait, it does.